Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Consumer Confidence Report Rule webinar. For those of you that do not know me yet, my name is Sonilda Ramirez, and I work in the protection branch of the EPA Office of Groundwater Drinking Water. With us today is Galen Lawrence from Cadmus to guide us through the webinar logistic and poll questions. And I have the honor to be presenting today on the CCR rule with my mentor, Sarah Bradbury. Now I will pass the virtual microphone to Sarah.
Thanks, Eddie. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today from far and wide in the U.S. We appreciate you joining us to hear about an overview for the Consumer Confidence Report rule. As a reminder, this is the current rule requirements, so this is our annual water quality rule. We have a lot to talk about today, so I'm going to turn it over to Galen to go over some logistics and some poll questions.
Great, thank you both. Let's go over a few webinar logistics. This webinar is being recorded and will be available for viewing on EPA's YouTube site at a later time. As a participant, your microphone is muted for the duration of this webinar. The PowerPoint slides will be shared after the webinar and also are available as a PDF in your Teams meeting invitation. This webinar includes polls. For each poll, we will send a link in the chat. You will click on that link to enter your poll response. Please do not enter your poll response in the chat. Participants can use the chat to ask questions. We will organize these questions for our Q&A session at the end of the webinar. As a note, this webinar does not offer CEUs or PDHs. Now let's get started with our poll questions. Our first poll question is, where are you joining us from? Please click on the link in the chat to enter your response. Please do not enter your response in the chat. We'll wait just a few moments for everyone to click on the link in the chat and answer the poll. All right, let's take a look at the poll responses. So it looks like we have people joining us from all over. So welcome, everybody. We have a lot of people from Region 4 and 5. I'm happy to have everybody. All right. So let's go to the next poll. We'd like to know your place of employment. So please follow the link in the chat. Will be entered to give your poll response. And we'll wait just a few moments for you to click on that link and answer the poll. And again, please do not respond in the chat with your poll answer. All right, let's take a look at our poll responses. So it looks like we have a lot of folks from state drinking water programs and community water systems. So welcome, everybody. We're glad to have you. All right, now let's move on to our third poll question. We'd like to know what topics do you have questions on today? So please follow the link in the chat. It will be posted momentarily. and respond to the poll there.